I'm always asked, can you share with me some of your secrets of success? What really made it happen for you? And I say, when I hit rock bottom, that was the moment I became wealthy. When I hit rock bottom, that was the moment that I made life happen, that all greatness that I've ever wanted for myself and my family has taken place. I'm going to give you all of that, plus a whole lot more. This is the ME Show.
All eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who will see? Then you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night will be. All eyes on me,
all eyes on the prize, money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle, get low. Mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the
all
top.
eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who will see? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night will be.
Well, all right. Welcome to a brand new installment of the ME Show. My name is Ali Madawi, your host with the Avocado Tools, founder and CEO of Madawi Enterprise. And if you are a struggling entrepreneur, I am here to bless you with the love so you can leverage social media and the digital space to create brand equity and revenue. And if you have ever wondered, man, I'm really struggling. I don't think I'm ever going to succeed. Will I ever make it? Well, you're almost there. What I mean is, only through rock bottom you can get closer to success. And I know many people will be like, well, I know some people who have become successful and they had money and their parents helped them out and yada, yada, yada. Listen, let me keep it real with you. The most successful are those who have struggled the most. Now, I read a book called The Power of Broke by Damon John, the shark from Shark Tank. And in his book, he solidifies and really validates for me personally as an entrepreneur and as a person, really, that every single shot that I had and I failed miserably, every time I've slept in my car in gas stations because I couldn't afford to get a hotel room for a seminar the next day or 2 nights in a row. For every time I slept in train stations. For every times that I've gone for a whole week eating lettuce and tuna with a little tiny bit of mayo, and that was the flavor right there, the secret sauce. It was always a step closer to becoming successful, and it also builds your character. So if you're an entrepreneur, first of all, let me know where you are watching in from and what platform. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you on Twitter? Yes, we are broadcasting in all of the above. And make sure that you stick with me. I have a little bit of announcement at the end that you're definitely going to want to be part of. So good evening to you all. And let's talk about it. So the very first thing, and I talk about this, and if you know me at all, you probably know that I always talk about adversity is the biggest deposit in your development. Adversity is the biggest deposit in your development, in your success, in your income, and in your wealth. And many people see adversity as a setback. I see adversity as an opportunity to build character. I, per se, myself, have utilized adversity every single time. I'll give you an example. About 6 weeks ago, I had a major shift in my partnership with a company and an executive team. And I mean, we went from America's sweetheart to who am I in business with? This is the Dark Knight right here, right? Or Darth Vader or whatever they call them. Don't get mad at me. So, I could have, folded my hopes, my ambition, my dreams. But what I've done rather is I said, okay, this is an opportunity for me to do what I've always wanted to do, what I have worked so hard to create, the community, the environment, the vibe, the tribe that I wanted to have, the impact that I wanted to create. and there were other partners or other individuals or other parties that their weaknesses or incompetence was in a way of what I wanted to do, and I had to slow down some of the things that I knew for a fact that I could do. And now I'm like, man, the shackles are gone. I am free to go. I can do my own thing. I can truly and genuinely help people the way I wanted it. So the I Am Learning platform was born, Influencer Traction Media. And now we are able to do all the things that I wanted to do, and without hurting somebody's pockets. Everything that I've done in the last 2.5 years was, at broke level was $150 to $1,500, right? Well, now I'm able to provide real resources, real tools between $27 to $47 for everyday average Joe and everyday average Joanne. And that was what I've always wanted to do, what I've always inspired to, right? To focus on that one person that I see myself into. The interesting thing is, in 2016 and 2017, I've spent about $50,000 on coaching, and I've done more for the coaching programs that I was part of than the coaching programs have done for me. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful for what I have learned, but what I do know is that I always thought in the back of my head, I wish that there was someone who believes in me enough to work with me in my own speed, in my own budget, then they're big time brands. And that was always in the back of my head. And I'm always thinking, how many people out there are bootstrapping and struggling, and they could have done good for themselves if somebody just believed in them and say, okay, I'm going to make this available to you at your price point, at your budget, and so on and so forth. So I looked at a couple of weeks ago as an opportunity of a blessing to genuinely collaborate with the people I wanted to collaborate with the people I wanted to work with. It also opened many doors, many blessings. Just literally less than an hour ago, the New York Weekly, the newspaper, just DM'd me on Instagram saying, hey, we'd like for a phone call. Maybe there's a possibility for you to be interviewed, to be featured. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Well, I know why that's happening, because I'm no longer wearing a t-shirt of a network marketing company, right? Like, I'm not saying go Yankees, forget about the rest of the league. So again, this is another opportunity, another blessing. So when you think to yourself, I'm hitting rock bottom, understand that the only way to go is up. Stop putting yourself in a position to think that things are going wrong, because they're not. Things are actually going just right. See, the problem is many of us are not listening. Now, I didn't say listening. I said lessening. Yes, that's a lesson. See, in a lesson, there are two parties. In a lesson, there's a teacher and there's a student. And every single thing in your day, you are a student and a teacher. See, you're a student first, right? You get hit in the head and you learn, okay, next time I got to put my head down. And now you can teach everybody else, hey, put your head down as we get closer to this part, because you're going to get hit in the head, right? So you need to lesson more. You need to allow life to teach you all the things, because life in real time is a lesson. Life right now, as we speak, right this minute, that limited belief that you have in here, that thing that is telling you, I'm not going to be successful, I'm not going to have the income that I want, I'm not going to make it, I got taken advantage of all over again. No, you have not. What God has done for you, he's taken you from a place that you would have been obliterated and saved phase and minimized the damage and repositioned you right where you're supposed to be going. And that is what I love about my life. Everything in my life has always been God repositioning me and putting me where I'm supposed to be heading, so I can help the right people who actually need my help. See, what I've learned throughout my life, the power of broke, that I've learned also from Damon John from Shark Tank, is, he or she who strives for righteousness will be persecuted the most. He or she who strives for righteousness will be persecuted the most. Now, be very careful with what I'm sharing with you. A lot of people try to camouflage, humility into a technique and a strategy. I'm not doing that. You're going to know me if you know me. But what I will tell you is, I am grateful to see all the things that have happened and continue to happen as a validation that I am on the right path with my spiritual journey as well. So whether we're talking financially, whether we're talking spiritually, whether we're talking personally, Every time you have any adversity, you are on your way to greatness. The problem is that you look at it as a setback. Welcome it. Look into every single thing as, what am I learning right now? What am I learning right now? Not, oh my God, this is so bad. No. What am I learning right now? I highly recommend, by the way, to either listen or read The Power of Broke, or The Obstacle is the Way is another book that I have read, and it just changed my whole perspective on everything that I am doing. It isn't bad. It is only bad if you accept it to be as bad. See, if you're an investor or maybe even trader, I'm not a professional trader, but I invest a lot. And what I always see, when the trends are down, when stocks are down and whatnot, it's only a loss if you accept it and you get out of the game. But what I say is, like, I'm going to just stick it out and see how far I can dip before I go back up, right? So it's okay that life is going to give you the downs, but what goes up must come down, and what goes down 100% must go right back up. Just don't put yourself in a position of failure. Don't put yourself in a position where things may be going wrong for you because you accept them to be going wrong. I don't know how you feel about him, and I really don't care, but there's a documentary in Netflix. There's 2 episodes so far that have been released, and I think there are 3 altogether. Kanye West, his documentary just came out on Netflix, and oh my goodness, I've had my days with Kanye where I loved Kanye and I thought he was crazy. And then I loved Kanye and I thought he was out of his mind. And I loved Kanye and I was like, what is wrong with this guy? And I understood him from a different perspective. This guy had a close to fatal car accident where he broke his jaw from 3 different parts. And 10 days later, he's in the studio recording with his mouth wired. He was dropped from his label without officially dropping him. In other words, they didn't drop him because legally he had to be under contract and still with them, but they stopped spending all money on his budget, on his marketing, on everything, on pictures. So what he's done is he started going to different studios for different artists. And I got this beat for you that I want to give you so you can use it. And it's like, hey, do you mind if I use your studio while I'm here? And he would record his own tracks. And he made his first album, which till this day, his best album he's ever made. It changed the way hip hop ever has been. And then immediately on the day that he was doing his album release, and the executives from Rockefeller Records at the time walk in, and he looks at them and he realized, like, all right, it's about to get awkward, because he was calling him out. He was saying, I paid $60,000 for this video to make $8,000 out of it. I paid my own money to do this and this and this and this and that. The label hasn't spent a dime on me. And I'm a Grammy Award winner now, as the executives are there. And then they opened the floodgates. They opened the books for him. They allowed him to do everything that he wanted. So the moral of the story is, you may look at things from a rock bottom perspective. I'm here to tell you, it is a blessing. It is a lesson. It is an opportunity for you to take something and make something out of it. Because to make a diamond, it has to go through pressure. It has to go through heat. It has to go through roughness, through beating it up and scratching it. And, having that charcoal, that horrible, ugly looking thing before it becomes a precious, valuable diamond. And some of us don't accept the pressure. Some of us don't accept the heat, right? We just want to be diamonds. Dude, you got to go through the heat before you make it to the top. That's really all there is to it. You got to go through the heat. You got to go through the pressure. And I welcome it with open arms. Hey, check this out. At the bottom of the hour, in exactly 17 minutes, I'm doing an exclusive webinar where I'm giving a full overview of the Influencer Attraction Media learning platform. And if you have an ounce of entrepreneurship in your bloodstream, it doesn't cost you a thing. Come on in. Hit me up, DM me for the link. It's going to take us literally 25 minutes, no more, where I'm going to walk you through everything that we're doing for the entrepreneur, for the everyday average entrepreneur, for the starting entrepreneur, so you can know how to start, grow, or scale a business tonight. Because tomorrow, if we continue moving forward, starting tonight, you're going to have, and by the way, there is no 1,500, none of that stuff. Like I told you at the beginning, our average products are between $27 to $47, if that. So with that, you're going to be able to hear from Debbie Simons tomorrow night, which is our very first strategic partner and trainer tomorrow night. She has built 7-figure businesses for 3 decades in a row, traditional business owner, psychiatrist by trade before she became a traditional business owner. And here is the beautiful thing about that, is that she's going to work with you on how to have the mental fortitude, not motivation and hype. Not let me tell you what I learned from Think and Grow Rich. No, legitimately from a psychiatrist who built 7-figure businesses. And she and I collaborated over the last 2.5 years to build multiple 7-figure business. And she's going to be teaching and educating you tomorrow night. So definitely come on in and see how we operate, what we do, how we do it. It doesn't cost you a dime. And again, DM me or just hit me up in the comments, and I would definitely send you the link. So I love and appreciate each and every one of you for your attention and for what you represent as an entrepreneur. Do not defy and do not let any adversity take you down. Welcome it with open arms and just relax. You're not in control. No one is. Love you. See you soon. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.